and welcome to Ikasan Online Tutorials. My name is Michael Stewart and I'm a core developer on the Ikasan Enterprise Integration Platform and the Ikasan Enterprise Scheduler Platform. And today we're going to be having a short tutorial on the Ikasan Enterprise Scheduler Job Plan Instance view that's part of the Job Plan Instance Management screen. First thing we're going to do is click on the scheduler icon here that's in the left-hand menu bar. That takes me through to the scheduler dashboard. I'm going to navigate to my running job plan instance. You can see here that we're presented with the job plan instance management screen. I've got a bar here at the top that gives me all the details of that running job plan instance, such as the start and end time, when it's due to start, on what schedule, how long it runs for, the current instance identifier, time zone, etc. What we're interested in looking at today is this particular view here, the Job Plan Instances tab. So the Job Plan Instances tab provides us with a view of all of the job instances that are part of this job plan instance. You can see here we've got a tabular view or a grid that contains all of the running job plan instances. We've got columns that show me the job plan name, the type of the job, the child job plan that it resides within, whether it's in a lock or not, whether it's targeted only to the job plan instance that it's running in, or whether it can fire events into other child job plan instances. We've got actions that are associated with that job. We've also got the start and end time when that job runs. Who modifies it if it's modified, and if it's manually submitted, we get a record of that here in this column. Similarly, we've got the final column which shows us the status of the job. These particular fields can be filtered on. So for example, if I want to find a specific job plan name, I can filter on that job plan name and narrow down to that specific job. I can also filter on the type of jobs that we might have running in this particular job plan. So I've got command execution jobs and I've got a few scheduled jobs in this particular job plan. I can also narrow down to our child job plan name if I so choose to. I can also, if any jobs reside within locks, I can determine that, or if any of them are targeted, I can also determine that. We've got our actions column here, which we'll go into in a little bit more detail. And similarly, I can also filter on the status of the jobs. We'll have a look at that when the plan starts to run. So our actions associated with a job, we've got a number of icons here, which I'll run through in a little bit more detail. For command execution jobs, you can see here I can skip a job. So a job that is skipped basically just doesn't get run. If the preceding job that would have normally been the catalyst for it runs, it will jump this job and run any downstream jobs that were dependent upon the one that's been skipped. I can enable it. I can also put a job on hold. A job that's on hold does not run, and any jobs that are downstream dependencies of that job will not run until it's been released. I'll release it there. I've also got the opportunity to submit a job. So if I wanted to manually submit any of these jobs, I can do that from this screen. I can download the JSON data that represents this job. Perhaps I want to export it and import it into another instance of the dashboard. And I can also have a look at the visualization of the child job plan and the parent job plan instance that this job resides within. So we'll go over here and we'll have a look at, I know we've got some scheduled jobs in this plan as well. You can see here I've also got the opportunity to submit scheduled jobs. I can download them. I can also look at the visualizations where they reside. What we're going to do is we're going to execute this particular job plan instance from this job instances view. So as I said, I can manually submit any of these jobs. So we've got a time-based job here. So this is the same job that's firing into multiple child contexts. So if I fire that, manually submit that, and you can see that that's fired into all of those child contexts. And if I expand this particular column out to show more jobs, I should see that other jobs are starting to run that were dependencies upon those particular time-based jobs there. You can see here that everything gets updated to this particular view in real time. So if you're an operator or a monitor of the application, you can be confident that the information that you're getting presented to the screen is reflecting the real-time status of this job plan instance as it is running. As I said here, I can look at the status, or I can filter based on the status of these jobs. So a bunch of them are complete, but I know that there are some still waiting. So what I want to do is execute this particular time-based job, and that will complete this job plan instance for me once the other jobs there run. So there we go. Our job plan instance is now complete. If I go back and I'll just expand out all the jobs, there's some other icons here that have appeared which are of interest as well. So we've got the opportunity to look at the log file that's been associated with this job execution. You can see there that that is just doing a simple directory listing is all my job's doing, and I'm getting those logs streamed back to the dashboard. If we double click here, you can see that job, all it does is a sleep and a directory listing, and gets the host name and the present working directory. So if we go back here, you can see there's a directory listing, there's our present working directory, and that's the host name that this application is running on. There's also the opportunity to look at the error logs. If I wanted to, I think there is a minor error here because I'm not using the sleep command correctly. There is the event that's been received by the dashboard when this job was executed. So this is the metadata that comes back, and it's potentially useful for helping us debug any problems with the application for any kind of remediation purposes or investigation of issues. And lastly, I can look at the environment that was set up when this job was executed. So we can see the name of the job that we're executing. We can see all of the environment variables that were set on the process when that job was running. And then we can see the actual process itself that was run. And once again, that gives us full visibility on how this particular job's been executed on the target agent. So as you can see, the Job Instances tab on the Job Plan Instance Management view gives us the opportunity to fully manage a job plan instance from this particular screen. So hopefully you found this information useful and this tutorial useful. I thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you in the next tutorial. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to Ikasan Online Tutorials. If you'd like further information on the Ikasan Enterprise Integration Platform, go to github.com/ikasaneip. That's lowercase ikasan, uppercase EIP. All the links will be in the descriptions of the videos associated with the Ikasan Online Tutorials. And if you've liked what you've seen today, please subscribe to the Ikasan Online Tutorial YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.